you ever feel conflicted? I mean, specifically about loving makeup, the buying of it, the touching it, just the looking at it. But then on the other hand, when it comes time to apply it, sometimes it just takes too much time. Like, you want a look that's glam, red carpet worthy, at least elevated, something that looks like you put care and time into it, but the reality is you overslept and you should have been at work like 10 minutes ago. That kind of conflict is what I'm talking about right here. Well, in this video, I have just the solution. I have 3 5-minute eyeshadow looks that I'm willing to say are like above just slapping one shadow across your lids. They're a little bit more complicated, but not so complicated that you're overwhelmed by them when you actually do have 5 minutes to get your makeup on and run out the door. And they are using the new Huda Beauty Empowered Palette. So if you want to see all these, let's get to them. So this first look is like, I would call it a lazy girl cut crease, and it starts with a matte shadow. The shade Keep Going, taking that on a kind of a fluffy brush, applying that not just throughout the crease, but all over the lid as well. This is roughly a base shade. I also apply it to the lower lash line too, same brush that I used everywhere else because I just kind of want it generally smudgy down there. Then I go in with my next shade, which is Confident, the deepest matte shade in this palette, and that I pat on my outer corner using a smaller domed brush. And then last up, and this is where the soft cut crease comes in, I am using the special shade Manifest It in this palette. That's the one with like the weird gel powder hybrid texture to it, taking that on a flat shader, and I'm running that starting at my inner corner and literally cutting my crease with that flat shader brush, blending it out from there, and then I call it good. Is it lazy? Do I care? No ma'am, because you throw a couple coats of mascara on those lashes, which honestly is my least favorite part of actually doing my eye makeup, because you got 5 minutes, the mascara takes 4 of them. It's 2022. Have we not found a solution that isn't mascara at this point? Honestly, I'm gonna leave my beef with mascara out of this video. And I guess I do technically have a solution because I'm about to apply magnetic accent lashes, which I have talked about at length here on the channel, but you just place the top one on your upper lash line, you bring the second one up to meet it on the bottom, and boom, you have a beautiful, slightly dramatic, fake little cat eye, beautiful long luscious lashes that you don't have to wait for the lash glue to dry. They are everything that we need. But back to the makeup tutorial, I then use the Charlotte Tilbury Beautifying Face Palette on my face and her Lip Cheat Reshape and Reset, her lip liner, the Charlotte Tilbury lip liner in the shade Iconic Nude on my lips. And at the time, I was wearing the Laneige Lip Glowy Balm just to prep my lips before this, so that's kind of the balm you see on my lips here, and together, the liner and the balm, it was just a nice little lip shade. So that is that for look 1. On to the next look. This is an all matte look, and I love a palette that can do it both, because all matte is often great for the daytime, can totally wear it as like an all matte smoky look at night, but I find it more daytime wearable, and yet this palette also has the glitters, the metals. It's very versatile. So for this look, I first started with, once again, Keep Going. That's kind of the shade that I'm gonna run out of first in this palette. It's Keep Going. Running that through my crease. Then going in with Legacy, this mid-tone / deep rusty orange color, and I'm taking that on a more precise domed brush, and I'm running that more directly through the deepest part of my crease and my outer corner. Then, and I even shocked myself with this move, I took Winner, which is a cool gray tone, paired with that warm orange. I don't know the physics behind it, and honestly, we'll probably never know. It is unknowable, but they look good together, and I can't explain it. And then I went back in with Confident, and I patted that in the most narrow part of my outer corner and blended it across, just kind of willy-nilly across the lid. And then to finish the look off, we did mascara, no one cares. Ooh, I almost forgot about this last step, which is a brown liner. Once again from Charlotte Tilbury, her Pillow Talk eyeliner in the shade Pillow Talk? That's confusing, but I think it's true. I think that's what this is. It's like a brown tone with a reddish undertone. C'est magnifique. And finally, let's get to that smoky glittery look, and it happens to be the look that I'm wearing right this very second. This look starts with a cream shade from this palette. That I applied all over my lid and then buffed that out a little bit just so it wasn't super harsh. I'm using it as a colorful base for the next shade, which is Courageous. Now this, when I initially swatched it, kind of looked like a purple gold shimmery, like a whisper of a shade. And that's when I knew this might be good over a more colorful base, and sure enough, it looks like someone took a James Webb Space Telescope picture and just transplanted it onto your eyeball. It just looks galactic and ethereal and beautiful, and honestly, what more could you ask for in an eyeshadow look? Then I went into two shades, Charisma and Do It. First starting with Charisma, and then I wanted to warm it up a little bit to kind of match the warmer undertone in Courageous, and so that's when I went into Do It, which is a coppery sort of shade. Mix those two together, applied that to the inner corner, and wabam! And that's it! 3 eyeshadow looks, all done in 5 minutes or less, but for the pesky mascara, and all done with like 4 eyeshadows or less. Done with the Huda Beauty Empowered Palette, and I think we all feel less conflicted right now, don't we? I would say so, maybe. I don't know your life, but hopefully we can feel a little less conflicted. If you enjoyed this video, let me know down in the comments, and tell me which palette you would like to see in another one, should we do this sometime in the future. Right down below. Thanks so much for watching. See you soon. Bye.